This is in continuation of the History Chapter 5, the Revolt of the 1857. Course and spread of the revolt. The revolt of 1857 spread to Barrackpore in Bengal. On 24th April 1857, about 90 men on the native cavalry station at Meerut refused to accept the greased cartridge. 85 of them were dismissed and sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment. On 10 May, the revolt started at Meerut, and the mutineers, after killing some of their officers, marched towards Delhi. On 12th March, Delhi was captured and Bahadur Shah II was proclaimed as the Emperor of India. The real command was in the hands of Bhagat Khan, who had led the revolt at Bareilly and brought the troops to Delhi. In Kanpur, the revolt was led by Nana Sahib, who declared himself as Peshwa. Tantia Tope did most of the fights from Kanpur. In Lucknow, the revolt was led by Hazrat Mahal, the Begum of the Awadh. She proclaimed her young son British Qadar, the Nawab of the Awadh, to fight against the British. Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi, one of the greatest leaders of the revolt, joined with Tantia Tope and together they captured Gwalior. The other centers of the revolt were Banaras, Allahabad, Gwalior, Nasirabad, Indore, Aligarh and Kota. At all these places, the sepoys killed the senior officers and other Europeans, in many cases not even sparing women and children. They also released prisoners from jail and looted the British office at many places. British force soon suppressed the revolt. Bahadur Shah II proved to be a weak leader. Delhi was recaptured by John Nicholson. Bahadur Shah was arrested and deported to Rangoon jail, where he died in 1862. The rebels were defeated by General Havelock in Kanpur. Nana Sahib, after defeated, refused to surrender and escaped to Nepal. At Jhansi, Henry Rose suppressed the revolt and Rani Lakshmi Bai died on the battlefield. Benares, Bareilly and Gwalior were also recaptured by British officers. Causes of the failure. The revolt was highly localized and only restricted to North India. Scindia of Gwalior, the Holkar of Indore, the Nizam of Hyderabad, the Raja of Jodhpur, the Nawab of Bhopal, the rulers of Patiala, Sindh and Kashmir, and the Rana of Nepal provided active support to the British. The 1857 revolt was poorly organized and lacked coordination and planning amongst the Indian leaders. The rebels lacked the common cause and had different goals. The British had better resources and succeeded in suppressing the revolt. Finally, they recaptured all the lost territories. Now, let's discuss about the impact of the revolt. Policy change. The policy of the British government to be followed from now in India. It announced that the territorial extensions will be banned. The native rulers were assured of the safety of their territorial rights. The right of a ruler to adopt a child in the absence of the natural son was accepted. The Board of Control and Directors were replaced by the Secretary of State. A policy of divide and rule was actively pursued to keep the Hindus and Muslims divided. Administrative changes. On January 1, 1877, Queen Victoria was proclaimed as the Queen Empress of India, and the administration of India was transferred from the East India Company to the British Crown. The Governor General was given the title of Viceroy and he was made subordinate to the Secretary of State. Reorganization of the Army. The army was reorganized to strengthen the British control over the country. The number of British soldiers were increased and all the higher posts and key positions were filled up by the British. Communal and racial bitterness. The revolt of 1857 created a big gap between the religious communities, especially the Hindus and the Muslims. A general pardon was granted to the rebels except those who were guilty of killing British subjects. The revolt of 1857, carried out by these leaders, proved to be a major source of inspiration and raised patriotic sentiments among the people. Now, let's conclude this chapter. Even though the revolt of 1857 failed to overthrow the British rule, it helped in developing a nationalistic spirit and generated a feeling of oneness among the people of the country, which inspired the subsequent stages of freedom struggle. So here we have finished with this chapter. Thank you.